Dr. Deagle, can you tell us something about chemtrails? How toxic are the materials in chemtrails?
Chemtrails. And chemtrails, by the way, barium salts are in chemtrails. They are 10,000 times more toxic to your nervous system than lead. They contain microbacteria, viruses, Pseudomonas forensis bacteria, human plasma, otherwise human plasma is doing in chemtrails. And this is not by conjecture. I did a lot of research before I'd ever say this. But these chemtrails are nasty. And there's three reasons for chemtrails. The first is and I talked to my NSA buddies at Fort Carson, Peterson Air Force Base in Buckley, where I was actually their doctor taking care of the pilots flying and spraying the chemtrails. So I know it's real. If anybody says it's not real, they're full of it. Okay? Because I'm a whistleblower. On the inside, it's not open for discussion. And my NSA buddies told me, 95% of them told me, they were up there trying to spray to reflect the center to stop global warming. So most of them are dumb enough to believe that.
Companies, for sure, all of the major energy companies find it very attractive. They're investing in it. All the transportation companies find it attractive. The major polluters want geoengineering. If it doesn't work, that's okay, but they bought themselves time. It gives them an excuse for not doing anything for another decade or another 20 years.
I looked into the literature and some of the reports and YouTube videos, and they were saying that they were dropping it 1 degree of aluminum. Well, I had done a fair amount of writing and research on the effect of aerosolized chemicals in the nose when you breathe them. And what we knew was that these particles tend to travel along the olfactory nerves, which are the smell nerves in the nose, and it travels directly to the part of the brain that has to do with memory and emotions. The hippocampus, the entorhinal area, and the prefrontal cortex, and that you can trace these chemicals traveling along that nerve and depositing in this area of the brain. The other thing that was known is that if you aerosolize aluminum, it's one of the metals that passes very easily along those tracks and directly into the brain, so it bypasses the blood-brain barrier and goes directly into the brain and accumulates. But if you do it in animals, it produces lesions and damage in that area of the brain, and now we'll be able to show changes of memory and learning and emotional changes. When we look at people who have Alzheimer's disease, ironically, the highest concentration of aluminum in the brain is that same entry point, which is called the entorhinal cortex. And the levels continue to accumulate.